Thank you, guys. It's been an amazing morning. You know, there's phenomenal speakers and panels. It's going to be a very hard act to follow. So these are amazing times. Take a look. What you see here is the number of events that Flurry is measuring. December, 1.105 trillion events. It just seems like the growth is unstoppable, and it's even growing faster. It feels like you've taken the industrial revolution, the PC revolution, the web revolution, and the social revolution, put it in a box or in a CD, and you press on fast forward. That's what mobile is doing. It's amazing. You know, yesterday at eBay's earning announcement, they talked about $13 billion that was generated through mobile with eBay. And they said, we're on track to crash or crack into the $20 billion. But they had one statement that said, mobile is redefining the playbook of commerce. I so agree, but I disagree, because mobile is redefining the playbook of every industry. Whether it's gaming, entertainment, music, art, healthcare, shopping, and you see, I'm going to have a lot of data on shopping today. Every industry is being disrupted. 100-year-old industry, 50-year-old industry, 5-month-old industry is being disrupted by mobile. And it's fascinating. It's simply fascinating. It's not just a US event. It's not just a China event. It is a worldwide event. We talk a lot about, you know, the growth of the Chinese market and the Chinese market going to become #1. Of course, it's a law of big numbers. But you actually look at emerging markets and the growth in emerging markets. You look at Venezuela, Chile, Ukraine, Egypt. 30 countries doubled their consumption of mobile the past 12 months. It is a worldwide phenomenon. You go to any airport, you go to any event, anywhere in the world, it feels like the PC is gone. It's amazing. You go on planes, people don't have PCs anymore. So it feels like, you know, this is an amazing and an unstoppable phenomenon. What does it mean? Look at America's favorite pastime, television. Everybody has been talking about the battle for the living room. What you see here is the time spent, this is just the US market, you know, inside mobile apps has completely eclipsed the web. 127 minutes compared to 70 minutes. And it's challenging television. According to the data for television comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is actual TV time. And of course, this measures the time where the TV is in the background. So America's favorite pastime is being challenged by these devices. I'm going to show you some data to show it's not just second screen applications. It's a lot of things. Now let's talk money. So this industry did not exist in 2008. Started 2008. Last year, our estimate, we might be off by $1 billion on the plus or on the minus, but about $18 billion was generated between virtual goods sales and advertising. And the majority is virtual goods sales. I'm not including in that number physical goods sales that happen in mobile, whether it's Amazon, eBay, Fab, Poshmark, or what have you. This does not include transactions like Uber, the cab industry. So this is just virtual good and advertising. Let me put this in perspective. Let's compare it to the web. You know, this is US display, advertising, and virtual goods on the web since 1996. This does not include search ad dollars, which is effectively Google's revenue. But if you look at it, it took the web about 16 years. It's taking mobile applications just 4 years. So again, you've taken 16 years, compiled them into 4, and look at the growth. Look at the growth curve. I definitely believe 2012, the curves are going to cross, and mobile is going to continue a phenomenal growth path. Everybody thinks this is iPod touches and kids playing games. Take a look at this. If you look at 2011, games was by far the largest segment. It still is. But social networking, and I'm going to cut that into many categories, has done an amazing rise. Entertainment, utilities, like Get Around, Silver Car, and you know, a lot of these phenomenal services that are finally putting the consumer first and not their earnings. It's amazing what you see in those segments. These are the segments that grew the fastest. The entire industry grew 132%. Gaming under-indexed. It started from a phenomenal base, but it still grew 107% less than the growth of the industry. Look at social, 387% growth in social. Media and entertainment, 268%. Shopping, 247% growth. Productivity, 237%. Utilities, 206%. And travel, 198% growth. This is amazing. Growing faster than an industry that is growing at an unseen rates. I'm going to spend some time talking about the four, about social media, shopping categories. But before that, gaming is still the majority of the revenue in mobile applications, and you had 4 pros. I just want to share one thing. I believe what happened in gaming is 3 M's: money, midcore, and maturity. You look at September 2011, and in the top 1,000 grossing apps on iOS, 480 were free to play. And if you look at the ARPDAU, into September 2011, 82% were 25 cents and lower. September 2012, it's 53%, while the folks that are doing 75 cents and higher is 32%. I apologize, this is over 75 cents, is 15% of the market. And the quality got significantly better. But you had a mobile developer, which is 5 people, who found about 50 to 60,000 players worldwide who are paying them $280 a year. That's a lot. Now, is this going to scale? It's still a very long, fat tail. Is this going to scale? Or is the players that were here that kind of made it to the scale level going to take the market? Still early to tell. The quality is definitely getting better. And there's definitely gamification of gaming going on, in which the mid-cores are now the largest growing segment in mobile versus the casual gamers like Angry Birds, so on and so forth. Social. You look at social. The traditional social networks account for less than 47% of the time spent. Messaging. It's actually the segment that grew the fastest, followed by photo and video sharing, and last but not least, dating or sexting, if you wish, is 5%. Now you look at this pie chart, and you could say, well, Facebook's strategy is brilliant, because they acquired Instagram, which is photo and video sharing. They acquired Beluga, which was Facebook Messenger, and rumors were they were going after Snapchat, but they built their own. So it's either just because they're Facebook and they marketed these applications, the market went in their direction, or they called it. And it's phenomenal. You look at messaging, and you see those messaging players adding voice and video. Looks like we've done a 360 degrees. The phone has become a phone again, which is amazing. The difference is you're not paying your carrier. You're not simply paying your phone bill. And that's a fascinating event. You look at messaging and the growth in messaging. It's demonstrating that social networks are simply providing the contacts. And then you have applications that are running on top. The difference is that they're not running in the Facebook frame or in the Facebook canvas. They happen to be running on your phone and using Facebook as a social address book. And that's a complete change, from the early days of social. Let's look at media and entertainment and the distribution of who's actually doing well. Second screen apps, that was a shocker to me. I thought second screen apps was going to be bigger. It's actually emerging media, folks, that did not exist 2 to 3 years ago, that is capturing the time spent. The networks, whether it's the Disneys, the CBS, are doing really well. And also the studios who do create some of the programming and then put that content, through Comcast or Dish or other cable companies, are taking their content and going straight to the consumer, and they accounted for 20% of the time spent. That's a new phenomenon. We always talk about cut the cord, and people are panicking. Oh, well, the cable companies who basically have a monopoly, and they have the customer as a hostage. Well, the studios are going straight to the consumers, and they're getting traction. That's a very, very interesting phenomenon in media and entertainment. And take a look at this. This is a day part calculation. The green is television, prime time, which is everybody fights for. This is the best time to put an ad. Look at the mobile applications in the media and entertainment segment. This is television. The Apple TV is here. You have it. The Google TV is here. You have it. It will be put on the wall this year, whether it's Apple or Google or somebody else. There's no way you can ignore that phenomenon. This is television. The $70 billion TV budgets is here. Like David from Shazam was talking, that market is going to grow. It works. It works. Video, which is a phenomenal creative, 15-second spot embedded inside video application, is doing so well. And there's a massive, massive opportunity, to change the way television advertisement works. How far is your distance? How far is your hand from the TV set? Very far. It's on the tablet. So a TV commercial can now make you do something, and you can do it fast. It's fascinating. Let's look at shopping. I'm calling it the rise of the app and mortar economy. We've seen the bricks and mortars. People talk about clicks and bricks or clicks and mortars. Here's what's happening. If you look at the largest time spent in shopping apps, good old retailers. They are sick and tired of being Amazon's showroom. People go, they try something, then they go home, they buy it from Amazon. They reduce staff. You don't get the red velvet treatment at Saks or Neiman's or these high-end retailers. But those guys are smart. They figured mobile brought the online world and the offline world together. So they built mobile apps that are phenomenal shopping assistants. The tools. You go to Neiman's, you go to Saks, you don't find your size, you zap it, size, color, shipped next day at your house. You don't have to carry the 6 or 7 bags that your wife make you carry while she shops around. Phenomenal experience. Online marketplaces did very well, whether it's eBay or Zappos or many others. They did really well. Purchase assistance, that's another segment. It's not just price comparison. It is somebody to guide you through the shopping experience. How do I look? Take a picture of yourself or herself. She sends it to the friend. Oh, you look good. Looks like you lost weight. Buy. Phenomenal. Just a random algorithm that says, oh, you lost weight will improve that sales funnel. Price comparison. They did awesome. It's burst in usage, and it changes a lot, and you're going to see from the next slide. Daily deals. We had David from Groupon. They're changing the way the consumer thinks about services and about shopping, and you're going to see why in a couple of slides. But I think the message here is mobile is where online and offline meet. And I think mobile, and especially applications, are going to bring that $4 trillion retail budget is going to increase it. Because the experience that is inside mobile applications is different than their websites. Because there's context. I am shopping at Macy's. So if I launch the app, I'm a shopper. It's not about context. It's about where you are and your ability to conduct a transaction. Versus online, they have no idea what your intent is when you do .Macy's or Bloomingdale's.com. They have no idea, but they do if you are in their store. Now let's take a look at male versus females. Favorite topic. At every age group, males is higher than females, except teenagers. So the mobile shoppers are males because they hate shopping. So you look at the segment that won is males aged 25 to 34. That was a shocker for me. This is amazing. This is how men and women behave in shopping. So let's analyze this, because this is a very important chart, because it's going to change how we all market to consumers. So here's what happens. Why is there a spike? First, why are people shopping at 5 a.m. in the morning? They wake up, can't sleep, remedy, buy something, feel good, go back to bed. 9 a.m., where's that spike coming from? Daily deals. Emails come in the morning, they wake up, oh wow, great, there's a great deal on Groupon, boop, boop. I'm in the Groupon app, and I'm transacting. Men leave around lunchtime, they're back shopping. What are they buying? Probably tools for their iPhone. Yet another gadget and another connection. Then they go back to work, they come home, they're couch shopping. The prime time. This is the first time television can tell you to buy something. And look at it, they're buying something. They see something cool on TV, in the app, tuck, 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 buy it. While women, lunchtime, they're chatting, they're having fun, they're at the mall. And then they go and start shopping, and shopping assistants kick in. The best shopping hours, if you talk at the retailers, is right after lunch and before 5 p.m. That's an amazing behavior change. This is the offline world and the online world merging. And it will change everything. It will change how a salesperson is going to take the shopper to the register. It's going to change how marketers are going to market. I can reach a buyer at the place they buy. It's called the couch for a man. And it's called the mall for women. So this is an amazing shift in consumer behavior. People talk about the fight for the living room, the fight for your wallet, and the fight for your friend. And it's happening. And it's happening on mobile. And a lot of big players are going to be participating in it. So this is the time to innovate. There's a lot of entrepreneurs in the room. I'd say ignore the Series A crunch. Don't worry about Sand Hill Road. They don't tell you where to go. They just have the Willie Nelson style of leadership. They see a herd going in one direction, they jump ahead, and they say, I took you there. Wake up and disrupt something. Thank you.